Yo, still Bills, what's the deal here, man? Yo, peep game, man. I finally dropped my daughter off and heading to work, man. But yo, we got to talk about this whole Lopez ordeal, man. On Saturday after the Mikey Garcia fight, and I'm gonna do a reaction to that video, to that fight as well, man. But I've been real patient with Teofimo Lopez, man. Just after the Lomachenko win, you dig, he has kind of turned into a diva. Not even kind of, he's most definitely turned into a prima donna. It's getting corny, but I didn't mind the move that he made, trying to, business, you take risk in business, you know what I'm saying? And he's young enough to do it and get away with it and learn from it. So I don't denigrate him for that. And I just saw him sticking it to Bob Arum, so I was really overjoyed about that, because I'm not the biggest fan of Bob Arum. So I saw that and I jumped out the window and was kind of like overjoyed about that. I wouldn't have been able to see this, his situation unfolding like it unfolded now. I wouldn't have been able to see that because I'm not business savvy. But nonetheless, I did enjoy seeing him doing that shit. But just because, all right, the opportunity to stick it to Bob Arum, man, I just didn't expect that it would take this long to get that fight over the line. So I've been pretty patient with Teofimo. I have been. But he's officially lost a fan in me after this Saturday's ordeal, man. I don't know what it is about these Spanish motherfuckers that where it's just a heightened level of comfort where they can just say nigga. I do not like that shit. I do not like that shit, man. And I've never heard him say nigga before. I've never heard him say. I heard his pops, and Andre Ward got on his pops' ass about that, which he should have. And allegedly he didn't call niggas done put hands and feet on him in the gym for saying it. I don't know how accurate of a statement it is, but that is most definitely on the rumor mill. So I can't get behind that shit, man. And for you to say anytime the word nigga comes out of, it's bad enough that we say it. What motherfuckers don't realize is this, man. There are black people who do not say nigga. There are black people who don't say nigga. I don't care if there's disciplined cats who have said, I'm erasing that word out of my vocabulary, or people who were in existence during the civil rights era. They don't say it. It's just like, nah, no. Y'all can never understand what it's like to walk down the block and see certain establishments saying no nigga allowed on the signs of them places. You can't understand what that type of pain and aggravation is like. So I refuse to call my people with that. I refuse to call my people that, because it's a word that's meant for degradation. So they don't say it. So what gives other motherfuckers this heightened level of comfort to just pop that shit? And it's a lot more vague when you're saying it to it. When I knock this nigga out, when I knock this nigga out, this nigga, I ain't heard him say nigga to nobody else. When I knock this nigga out, I just really think motherfuckers don't get it, man. And it's really starting to. I had a conversation with a dude last night on my, because I made a status about this, man, and he was like, he's trying to redirect the blame towards hip-hop. And I'm like, no, fam, like, no. These other Latinos, Asians, white people, Arabic people, it don't matter who you are, they all have a culture of saying this word. They all have a culture of being demonstrative towards black people, because black people are the black sheep of society internationally. You know what I'm saying? So they all have a culture of saying these, of saying the most vile things about us. The difference is hip-hop created a space where they can say it, but they can say, oh, well, I'm a fan of hip-hop now, so, and y'all say it in hip-hop, so I don't mean nothing by it. I mean it how y'all mean it. Nigga, no. Fuck no. I'm tired of that shit, man. I really am. I really am, man. I stopped rooting for Danny Garcia because of this shit. I really became like, nah, man. After that whole ordeal with Keith Thurman and Angel, I was like, nah. You know, motherfucker, oh, I said the A at the end of it, you dig, so it's all good. I don't mean it like how my ancestors. No, bro, you got me fucked up. I'm tired of that shit, man. The motherfuckers get to a point where they can get overly comfortable because they not white and talk that shit. Because Angel Garcia isn't white, even though you clearly see his Euro ancestry in him, he's not white. But because he's not white, he can get away with calling Keith Thurman bitch ass niggas and Zab Judah bitch ass niggas and talk that nappy head. You remember he was talking about Terrence Crawford, your nappy head, this nappy hair. It's just a heightened level of comfort with these Spanish motherfuckers, man, because, you know, and people just, they accommodate them. Oh, man, they just like us. We got similarities. No, we don't. We're black and brown. No, it's not. It's none of that. I'm tired of that, man. There's no way if Devin Haney would have called Teofimo anything vile and demonstrative towards the Honduran people, the Guatemalan people, the Mexican people, the Colombian people, the Costa Rican people, the Salvadorian people, they'd have ran him up out that fucking stadium. You think he could have sat in that man's face and called him a spick or a wetback or whatever? While that man is calling him, berating him, calling him a nigga? No, he couldn't have. The mestizos would have ran that dude up out of the fucking arena. But we just gotta sit there and eat that. We just gotta sit there and be called a nigga because of this culture. Because I grew up, the excuses are, I grew up with black people. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. It ain't about whether you grew up with black people. Black people, niggas in the hood say that drop the F-bomb all the time as a you know, as a derogative term towards gay people. I took that word out of my vocabulary. But we knew what it was. We knew what it was while we was using it. We did. Anytime a motherfucker can tell you what that word means. We could have told you what the F-bomb means. We just don't use it in that manner. It don't matter, we're still using it. The motherfuckers know what nigga means. You're not about to sit here and tell me what the is as much as that drama that took place in the 60s unfolded on national TV. All of the resources we have to what took place, from the civil rights movement to the fucking Garvey movement of the 20s to the Nation of Islam in the 50s and the 60s, all going back to fucking Elijah Muhammad. All of this shit is documented. We know what a nigga is. They know what a nigga is. It's too much information floating around for you to just waddle around the stupidity. You know what that word means. You know what that word means. I don't give a fuck about, oh, well, I listen to hip hop and I grew up around. No, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I'm tired of it. I'm drawing my line in the sand, man. My motherfucker just, no. There's no way in hell anybody coming from a Spanish-speaking nation would allow anybody, especially black people, to embrace them in brotherhood by way of a racial epithet. There's no way they allow that to happen. There's neighborhoods in America that you can't walk, Latino neighborhoods that you can't walk through in America, North America, without getting ran down on. Shit, man, we can look at the Longos gang in Long Beach, California, man. Go look at how they do. They fuck niggas. They talk that shit and got the nerve to rap. They got a whole bunch of rappers, dog. A whole bunch of rappers. I'm at a fever pitch level of aggravation when it comes to these motherfuckers saying nigga. I do not respect. It's corny to me. Stringy hair motherfucker talking this nigga shit, nigga this, nigga that, nigga this, nigga that. They can't possibly know what it's like to be called a nigga. They can't be. And I'm not talking about black Spanish speaking people. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the Spanish people, the Spanish-speaking people that is propped up through mass media. The people who look like J-Lo, the people who look like Cardi B. Them motherfuckers. Them. They don't know what it's like to be called no nigga. I got called a fucking nigga by some white bitch like a year or two ago right down the street from my block. And I had to hop out on that bitch. Like, it's just, we in a society where this word is so watered down that, oh, I don't mean it like that. Man, what we do as a people, what black people do as a people, that's our business. We ain't gotta fucking acquiesce nobody's feelings as it pertains to them, you know, uses of that word. They don't go through what we go through. We don't have to bat out of them. Oh, that ain't right. It's all in rap music. I grew up around black people. Why can't I say that word? All right, cool. Well, if we one and the same, can I call you out your name? Can I call you a racial epithet? In brotherhood and in solidarity, can I do that? You Asian motherfuckers who's talking that shit, can I call you whatever demeaning term that people call you by when it's time to disrespect you? Can I call you that? I mean, we all brothers, right? We grew up together. I should be able to say that to you and not have to worry about ramifications that come with it. I should be able to talk that shit in my rap music and not have to worry about ramifications that come with it. Contrary to popular belief, hip-hop is not for everybody. Hip-hop is not if you study hip-hop culture, Grandmaster Cass even says that Puerto Ricans was not at the beginning of the culture. When the foundation was laid, then they came in. Then, at that moment, they came in. Did they contribute? Yes, they did. Whether it's through graph, whether it's through b-boying, even with the poppers and the lockers out west, yeah, they contributed to the culture, but the foundation had already been set before they came in. Hip-hop culture, street culture abroad is not for everybody. Hip-hop was not even supposed to make it past the 80s, and to the point now where it's a global phenomenon. So not everybody wants to be a part of it. Everybody gravitates towards it. Everybody. I was just watching a fucking clip on YouTube yesterday. This dude, this bald-headed ass white dude, he was at a Black Lives Matter protest in Portland. And he snapped at some nigga, what, you bitch ass nigga? And they like, yo, you saying nigga? He's like, yo, I'm sure everybody is listening to rap music. He had the most asinine explanation as to why it's acceptable for him to say that word. Why? And because he's at a BLM, I'm at a Black Lives Matter rally, so that means I'm down for the cause. You're probably a Trump supporter. All that shit, like, what the fuck? Like, what type of, like, this shit is ridiculous. I'm really past irritated with it, man. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'll draw my line in the sand. So as it pertains to Teofimo Lopez, man, I'm good on homeboy. I'm good. I'm good on all. I really hope Edgar Berlanga can be the difference as far as Latinos that I fuck with. Even though I'm sure that word flies up out of his mouth too, since he's a beef from Brooklyn. Puerto Rican dude from Brooklyn. I need Latinos who are, nah, bro. I don't need them, but I want to be a fan of these cats. I want to be a fan of Teofimo Lopez because I think he's a dope boxer, but nah. I'm good. If I'ma fuck with you, I gotta know that, nah, man. I'm gonna be the dude that ain't good. I'm gonna be the dude that's not following the wave. You'll get my respect then. I'm gonna be the dude that's not following the wave. I'm good on that. I'm good. I'm not gonna say that shit. Just having a respect for somebody's culture and their lineage and their nationality. We don't get that. But we can't dare talk that shit to them, man. I'm not done with this. I'm not done with this topic, man. I'm coming back.